Welcome to Five Fires YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about a rumor about adaptive theme park pricing for Disneyland. We got all this wonderful news coming out of Universal, Horrors Unleashed, the Fresco Water Park, Epic Universe, Hollywood Drift, FanFest. It doesn't stop. What is the conversation lately about Disney? Money, too expensive. A whole lot of that kind of conversation. Well, we got more of that conversation starting. And this is a rumor that came through today, and I feel like it's worth talking about. I believe in Blog Mickey. Awesome, credible news site. Very, very, very credible. So if Blog Mickey's talking about it, we're going to be talking about it. Walt Disney World and Disneyland may move to airline-style adaptive theme park ticketing pricing model? What in the baba freak? We've already seen them move to variable pricing when it comes down to merch. Something could be $40 on Monday, and come Saturday, it's $47.99. You know, it's just whatever the hell they want it to be. There's been a lot of criticism and backlash, honestly, for how expensive Disney has gotten in the current year, 2025, especially with the competition that's coming right across the street over there at Walt Disney World with Epic. This is a big deal. Pricing's a big deal. Same thing at Disneyland, honestly. After facing criticism over the cost of Disney theme park vacation, Walt Disney World and Disneyland are looking to bring highly variable ticket pricing structure that will be similar to airline tickets. What does that even mean? What does that mean? The concept of ever-changing ticket prices was introduced at Disneyland Paris back in November 2024. Before we keep going, I do want to say Disney has added a higher tier and then a lower tier. Was tier 0, at least at Disneyland. The highest tier, it gets very expensive for a one day at Disneyland, but they're doing things. Disney wants to be affordable and at the same time not. That's literally what the challenge is happening. As we noted in our November 2024 article, Disneyland Paris has been an upcharge testing ground. That doesn't sound fun. Upcharge testing ground? No, thank you. For Disney Experience Division under the leadership of Josh D'Amaro. So they're just like wrecking people out there in Paris, huh? Good old Josh D'Amaro. And we wouldn't have been surprised in the slightest if variable ticket pricing came to domestic theme park. According to Blog Mickey sources, Walt Disney World and Disneyland are eyeing the possibility of bringing that model stateside. So are we talking about is this demand? Is this the time of the day that you buy your ticket? What are we talking about here? At a high level, the idea is that ticket prices will change based not only on seasonality, as is the case now, that's what it is, but also on demand. Under the new system, ticket prices can change at any time during the time that they are initially released, usually a year or more in advance. And when you finally purchase them, let's dive into that detail. Wow, what? So we'll just give an example like Disneyland. So say maybe it's like $145 for Disneyland at 8 in the morning. For whatever reason, you're trying to go on a busy day. By 1 o'clock, it's $175. Is that what's happening? And it's the same day, just different time? Good old crowds. Yeah. Airline-style adaptive ticket pricing coming to Walt Disney World and Disneyland. First, let's start off with the nuts and bolts of the rumor change. If Walt Disney World and Disneyland choose to activate the highly variable ticket pricing model, the price of a ticket will initially be set by existing seasonality rules. From there, the price of the ticket will be dynamic, adapting to demand for any given day. That means that the price of the ticket could change months in advance or overnight. The only way to guarantee the price of a ticket is to purchase it. Wow. So a price is who knows what it is. I don't know what the price is because it's changing continuously. Oh my gosh. This will mark a monumental shift in how guests purchase tickets, likely forcing them to purchase earlier in the vacation planning process to ensure that prices won't go up. Because in reality, they set price and then it just kind of stays that way for like months. Pretty much they don't want that. They want it to be, oh, it's getting busy this day. Well, we're going to tack on another $20 because it's busy that day. Is this good? I don't think so. For consumer, it's for somebody that was already taking a lot of criticism about pricing. They're like, let's make it more expensive because a lot of people are coming that day. Higher price. You know, the other argument is like, oh, it's not that busy, so maybe the price goes down. Disneyland is always busy. Walt Disney World, I'm assuming Magic Kingdom, always busy. Oh, I could see like Animal Kingdom or Hollywood Studios where the pricing is just, it'll be lower, you know, lower attendance. Disney said to be planning on making system updates soon. Wow, this is a this year thing? Although it remains to be seen if Disney actually implements the dynamic ticket pricing model or sets it in for a bit. I kind of feel like maybe they do that only during busy season. So they're like, we're in summer, variable pricing or airline ticket pricing. As of published time, Walt Disney World has not announced any plan to change its ticket modeling. And just because the theme park giant will be able to change pricing, it doesn't mean that they'll actually do so. It's also possible that Disney will roll out dynamic pricing model to its hotel rooms in the future. Even the hotel room. Doesn't it? You know what I'm getting out of all this? They're like, we're just squeezing you out of every dollar we can. But deep down inside, we know there's a little bit more money in you. Squeeze it all, get it all out. Get all the money out. That's what it feels like. As with any rumor, you should treat this information in this article as unofficial, unless and until Disney announces it. Wow. You know, well, now we know how Disney's responding to the pricing criticism. They're not scared to rise prices again. And they're not scared to rise prices in the moment, in the real time. Like they're just doing it. I guess if this does come into play, you know, this is a rumor, but if it does come into play, do we just fall under we got to buy things as early as possible because we could only assume variable pricing closer to whatever date you're trying to travel, it'll go up because more people are going that day. It's a hotter time of the year, or whatever the case. So what Disney's trying to do here, they're trying to have people lock in their trips in advance. That's all it is to it. It's not even more complicated than that. Lock in your trip because it's probably going to go up the closer you get. Wow. Well, hopefully this stays a rumor. You know, for Disney World, I don't know how much effect it's going to have because like people know they're dropping tons of money out there. But for Disneyland, we're dealing with reservations. So that's like a different beast in itself. And the way the year has started off, at least for Magic Key, reservations are not the easiest to come by at all. Like some days just don't open up for whatever reason, even though we're in January, February, and there's nothing going on. But there is something going on. It's the cheap tickets. The cheap tickets taking priority at Disneyland. Well, what are your thoughts? This sounds crazy. Does this sound so crazy it's going to work? Would you be accepting of something like this? I feel like there's only negative backlash out of this. I find it hard to believe of like, oh, I saved $20 because it's not a busy day, so the ticket got cheaper. Like, I don't feel like that'll be a conversation with this variable pricing. They're trying to take advantage of the variable pricing on the demand of up. Well, hopefully it stays a rumor, and this variable pricing just never comes our way. Smash the like button. Shout out to Blog Mickey, firing it down.